Hello.
What'd y'all get done?
I checked on my mom.
How's she doing?
She's good. She's,
Yay.
she's feeling better because she's full of it today.
You know when they're getting better, huh?
Oh,
And with kids, it's just the opposite because when they're real cranky, you're like, are you getting sick?
there's just no filter.
Oh, wow. Is she mean to you, Suzette, or
Yes.
just, oh, she is. Oh, that
Yeah.
hurts.
You can't personalize it.
No, I know. I understand where it's coming from, but some days you're just not in the mood to tolerate it.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. How many siblings do you have?
3.
So are you the middle child?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, you're the baby, huh?
Mhm.
Hmm.
But, she sits over there by herself, and very rarely do the other ones come and visit. So I'm the one that's there, so I get it all. But I understand where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, at least you had this conversation to look forward to. You're like, I can't go.
Well, I came back home because I thought, oh boy, today's not the day.
Oh, wow. Hey, what about that storm? Are you going to get impacted by that?
It looks like it. Looks
Oh,
like
no.
it's
What are you,
supposed to go out and come right back at us. So,
are you doing anything to get ready or?
everybody says prepare, but I mean, I'm not, what am I gonna do? We throw our pool furniture in the pool so that it doesn't blow
How
around.
fun. How the heck do you get it out?
We either jump in and get it or use the pool, the poles
Mm-hmm.
to get it back out.
That's a good
That-
idea.
That's really all I prepare for, is to make sure nothing's gonna blow around to hit another house or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
wow.
I don't think they still know where it's gonna go. But
Yeah.
we're getting weather from it already. What about your mom? She's down there getting hit right now, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how she does it because it's been a couple years now. They sold everything and moved into it's like an RV. Yeah, yeah. But down there, I'm like, man, I would be scared to weather any kind of tropical storm and something like that. They survived. What was the really, really bad hurricane? Was it Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, they were in a condo in that and it ripped the roof off.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. So normally we say if it's going to be a direct hit, we're going to leave, but there's not enough time now. And I think it's only
I'm
going to
sorry,
be
where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in the middle of the state on the
Okay,
Gulf
so that
Coast.
helps, a little bit further up.
Yeah, but I'm still right on the water, basically.
This is
Oh.
a terrible time to evacuate too, right? Like there's no good place for you to go.
No, and my mom won't evacuate, so
You
I
have
can't,
to
I
stay.
can't leave
Yeah.
if she doesn't. She won't leave her cat.
Oh, can you imagine riding in the car with the cat? I guess you do what you have to do, but
Yeah.
that would be an
Does your
adventure.
husband agree with all of this?
What do you mean?
I mean, your mom is kind of making you guys stay.
Oh, well, we probably wouldn't leave anyway.
Okay.
You have the grandkids too. You wouldn't be able to drive away. Yeah.
No, we
I
would
mean,
all
no,
have-
just to evacuate, just to save yourself from whatever.
Actually, we're in the last evacuation zone, even though I'm real close to the water. It's supposed to be higher, so
You don't seem worried.
I'm not really worried. It's only going to be a 1 if it does hit, and
Okay.
after this year, it's just like whatever. Bring it on. Get it all out of your system before the end of the year.
Do you think the reporters are dramatizing it like normal, like they do?
Probably. They always get you all worked up.
Yeah.
we have a generator and
Oh, do you? Good for you.
yeah, it will run the refrigerator and some
Uh-huh.
electricity, and then we have a portable air conditioner that will cool off 6,000 or 600 square feet. So
Nice.
yeah,
You're taking care of yourself pretty much.
yeah, there's only so much you can do. I mean, if it was going to be a stronger storm, we would definitely go somewhere, but they're not even talking about that on the news. It's
Hopefully,
mostly South Florida. But
yeah,
it looks like it may go in above us, but we're still on the bad side of it. So you still get the wind and the rain and possible tornadoes. And
yeah.
Mhm.
but I don't think they're 100% sure where it's going to go yet.
Oh, it's the weather. It's Mother Nature's going to do whatever she wants to do.
Yeah. And
Oh.
I'm going out on the beach tonight because I love the wind.
Are you? Good
I
for
love to
you.
just stand in the
Oh.
wind as long as it's not thundering or anything.
Oh,
How
fun.
far are you from the beach?
If you could walk straight across, I'd be like about 6 blocks from the beach. You can't walk across. So to get out of my neighborhood and cross the bridge, it's exactly 1 mile.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful. Do you walk there?
Sometimes we do, yeah.
That's really nice.
has this been where you've been for a very long time?
Yeah, yes. I've been down here for 47 years.
Oh my gosh, Suzette. Wow.
In
Yeah.
that same house, pretty much?
No,
Or-
20 years in this house.
Oh, that's same with, okay.
But when we first moved down here and my mom remarried, we were right across the street from the beach. So
Oh my, sweet.
That is really nice.
Sweet.
I would love to live back out there, but the taxes and insurance are just way too much.
Hmm.
I was in California visiting a friend of mine, and she wanted to, this is right when she probably been down there for whatever, a couple of years. And so we were just walking. And so she said, hey, for something to do while we're walking and enjoying the beach, let's check things out. So she took pictures and we wrote down phone numbers and took pictures and all this. And so after I left, I said, so what happened, what were the results of all the pictures you took of all the places that you would want to live at? And she said, well, and this is nothing new. She says, closer that you get to the beach, she says, it's just, it's like every little bit you could just see everything went up, up, up. The more you get to the beach, she said, she's like, I can't do it on, as a single person. I just can't do it. So she moved far enough towards the water so that she could bike it.
Mm-hmm.
Because didn't want to drive all the time and deal with all the parking and the meters and all of that stuff. So she said, if I can bike it, what she got, she finally did get that. It's so expensive in California. It's crazy.
A friend of ours pays $12,000 a year for flood insurance.
Oh, and where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So that's not, your taxes or your homeowner's insurance, that's extra. And you required
or
to have
another.
it. So it's crazy. So be better on this side of the bridge. It's a lot cheaper. We'll see what happens.
How about you?
Well, Suzette, I probably got in too late. I didn't hear what have you been doing with whatever you've been making or doing? Or haven't you gotten to doing anything?
I didn't do anything because I had the grandkids over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we played putt golf and built Legos and made cookies.
Oh, yummy.
We had our last long bike ride also. We spent Saturday outside almost the whole day, so I get it. But I don't have grandkids or anything like that, so that doesn't take my time up later on. So
Do you have
that's how I
children,
get stuff done.
Doreen? Do you have any children?
No, we did not. No. I'm very close, very, very close to, I had two nieces that I was extremely close to, but now over the years, I have one niece that has mostly been like, as they call it, my daughter. So we're very close. But no, we never planned on it. Never, it's nothing to do with anything except we brought it up when we were in the early part of our lives together. We brought it up a time or two, and I think we were both so glad to drop the subject. never,
Oh,
never brought it up, and I think we just kind of, my one sister said, "How did you get away without having to have kids?" And
mhm.
I just said, we just neither one of us wanted them. On a day-to-day basis, you've got to, really want it, and I never wanted it, so I would have done it if he would have wanted one. I would have done it. I would have had one. But, so no.
That's okay. You get to be the significant adult that can take up the slack and be that special person for other people's kids.
True. Mhm.
That works out nice sometimes to
And
have
I
an
enjoy that.
aunt or an uncle to send them to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They did it a lot when the kids were younger. They would drop them off with me for the weekends, and I took them on vacations for the weekend. I did because their parents didn't have that much financial stuff going, so I would take them for a weekend and just go swimming somewhere in a hotel in the winter time, do that kind of stuff. So I have the fun side.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Except
aunt,
they all started to act up. Huh?
I was gonna say my aunt
They all
didn't
started to kind of,
have children, but
yeah.
she was my fave. Like, if you wanted anything, that's who you went to, right? She still spoils us.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. The one is just gonna get married. Well, she'd be married sooner if she's in Kansas City. The virus just happened to hit at the same time that they
Mhm.
decided to get married. So
That happened to
that
Dara
got tough.
too. To Dara's son had to postpone his wedding as well.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine.
She's doing hers. Huh?
Would you postpone if it was you? Like, if it was your
Well,
wedding?
what they're doing is his folks are very wealthy, and so they have a home in a vacation home in Florida, and they're divorced, but still the vacation home is a family home. So they're going to get married on the beach near this place, it's all set up. And so she's going to have a very small, intimate wedding. That was kind of somewhat planned. And so she said, this is going to be just fine. But the thing is, all the extra stuff, all the bridal showers and all this stuff, I can't go to.
Hmm.
I'm not going to travel during this time. And she's young enough where she didn't really understand. Well, maybe when it gets closer to October, maybe you'll change your mind. I'm going,
Hmm.
She never really got it. I just said, no, unless there's a vaccine, I'm not going to travel and do all that. And no. But so
There was
anyway.
a headline today that Pfizer,
Yeah.
I guess 90%, that's pretty good effectiveness.
There was something, we'll hear it on the news tonight.
That could be exciting. It could end, guys.
Oh, sweet. So sweet.
I mostly just need my children to go back to school and my husband to go to work, and I'm good.
Does he work from home?
Now, yeah.
Ugh, yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard, especially when he was gone 60 hours a week.
Wait, what now?
He was gone 60 hours a week. That's a lot of free time.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, y'all are here constantly. No one leaves. And he's
That's a
high
little
risk.
much.
Yeah, he's high risk, so I can't send him out. Like, there's not even any place I can send him. I can't go to the grocery store or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's where I've always said that's where Dave kind of screams out, we're out of here, when he needs to get outside, because he's so used to being downtown and
Mhm.
all that. So, but during the hour or so that we had off here, I did start putting together the purple skirt thing.
Oh, how's it looking?
Well, it's in the sewing machine right now. So it's just kind of, I put it together. So I'll sew it very shortly here. I'll sew it around and then get the elastic in and put the, whatever I'm gonna do to get the shoelaces, you know, get the tie. I have to figure out what I want to do with that, how I want to do that. If I want to do if I want to make a buttonhole or do something more than that, you know, to put that thing through.
Do you have a
don't-
little grommet maker?
Yeah, I got a few different, I brought them up from downstairs. I've got, you know, a bunch of these, you know, these things.
Oh, yeah, I don't like those.
So what are you talking about?
When we were talking about it on Friday, those actual presses, that's what Dara said she has, and it works perfect every time. Did you get one, Suzette? You did? Do you use it?
I do, every once in a while.
Do you have it close by you by any chance?
It's heavy, right?
Mhm.
I'd love to take a look at it to see to remind me of what we were talking about.
And what was the name of that website? They had such great prices. I sent my note. What's it called?
Gold Star.
Yes.
Oh,
This one's a cam.
holy moly. I did not remember this.
Hmm.
I don't remember this.
I
remember-
use it a little bit, but I need to get more dies for it because whatever size you're using, you need a different die for it. So
You could probably get away with just picking like 3 sizes, I would imagine.
yeah, I just have one so far.
So,
It'll
I had
take anything smaller, but it won't take anything bigger. So
Do you have one?
So I-
Kate?
I had to get off of it for a minute to talk to my dad, and I come back and I see, I don't know if you, that machine she had, the way it was just
Yeah.
sticking into the view, it looked like a little green dinosaur.
that's good.
Yeah. it was nice.
Okay, so that big huge thing, was it kind of costly?
I think it was about $70. Like I
Oh,
don't remember
that's-
for sure. That includes the dye. The
I
dyes,
mean-
the dyes are like $30 on their own.
And what's it called?
This one's from Cam Snap, Cam Press.
And that's for putting what on? Grommets or snaps?
Grommets and snaps and rivets.
You
Okay.
can put those bachelor jean buttons on with it.
Okay, so we're in, I'm sorry, I forget what the, oh, I gotta write it down. I got this thing here.
But Andrea's been looking at the one on the Gold Star website, which is really good too.
So,
Whoa.
okay, I'm gonna write a couple of these things down so I can look that up, because I know these guys that I just was saying, I got like 3 or 4 of them. One of them, this one is a little bit better. The other ones that I have are, you know, that I just, well, it seemed like the littler one was worthless. The bigger it got, the better it was, the more stable it got.
I think
But
if
I
you
don't,
do a lot of them, or even if you're going to want to do like this, the press on snaps, it's really worth it because I've done it without that tool and they always pop off. It doesn't matter whether I'm putting it through fleece or once, you know, 2 layers of denim or whatever, you know, no matter how thick or thin, they always seem to pop off. So I just abandoned snaps. I put in the zippers or sew them on by hand or whatever, but I don't even do the press on ones anymore. So I think when
okay.
I have my sewing room.
All right, let's, okay, you guys have sold me, so I want to write it down. So is it Wayfair? Is that what the site is?
No, this is Gold
Yeah.
Star Tools.
Gold Star
Gold Star
Tools. Okay.
They
Gold
got
Star.
4 different ones because I'm on it and I'm looking at it right now.
And what are these things called? The
It's
big
called,
thing?
well, they're listed as super heavy duty press. That's what
Is it
it's
press?
listed at. Yeah, that's what it's listed as.
Just called a press.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see a price tag? Is it about 70, 80 or something?
There's 4 different ones. One's $129.99. One's $89.99. One's $69.99. One's $59.99.
Okay, so we got,
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
And I bet a lot of that has to do with how much weight they have, just because there's more material and they'll have more heft. So if you want to, do a lot of stuff, you'd probably go with the heavier duty one. Dara, when Dara's in on, is it Tuesday she usually comes? We'll have to pick her brain as to which one she got.
well, Suzette, were you on when she was on
Mhm.
talking about this stuff?
Yes, but I don't know which one she got.
Okay, okay.
And I've only done them on bags. I haven't done any of the things you put on clothes.
And one of their
Right.
kits, I think the 129, comes with some of the dyes, and that's what you need. Because without the dyes, you won't be able to use it.
The 129 only comes with one die set.
Well,
The one for $89.99 comes with 3 die sets and 900 grommets.
Wow.
That's a good deal.
900 grommets.
A good
I think
deal.
this guy's gonna get thrown.
Oh.
With my little bunch of them.
So how's your
Yeah.
capsule, Andrea? How's your capsule coming?
Well, I now have to
Yeah.
get it down from 100 pieces. I came across,
I mean, are you sure it's a capsule?
yeah, well,
Is
because
it gonna be?
my initial exposure to the capsule wardrobe was everything in your closet works, right? Like, so it's your entire, it's a way of life. That's what I'm saying. Not just something temporary. Like, I love the idea of having something to pack, just on vacation. But then I have for many, many years just wanted to simplify getting dressed, right? Like, what if everything you
Yes.
owned worked? Why shouldn't it, right?
Be like a guy's wardrobe.
I-
You got a bottom and a top, and there's never any problem. You solid bottom, print top,
Yeah.
off you go.
You like it, you look good in it, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching on, who's the one that put out that website, the master something, master class?
No.
Yeah, I did get into
have-
Wasn't
that.
that Kenneth
Did
King?
you get it? Good for you.
I got it.
Yeah, there's a couple wardrobe ones. The one that I was talking
Uh-huh.
about was actual personal style. That one's really fascinating. He pulls out the pieces of the wardrobe and then talks about them and why they work and what's classic. So like you were talking about it being quality, but also too, it should kind of be timeless,
Right.
what you're going to put
Uh-huh.
into this.
Right.
And so there are definitely over
So-
time, pieces that have stood the test of time. They will always be in style.
And I think that that's what the guy on whatever that on this master class thing, he had like a number of pieces that he had forever.
Mhm.
And then he said he invests into certain things like he could do, which has been done for in a long time, where you have whatever your whatever dress on or something that go to work, you casual it up.
Mhm.
Or then if you think you're going to go out for dinner that night, then he says you can go home and basically just grab an accessory or a different pair of shoe, whatever, and you're basically out the door within a couple of minutes. I think that is part of the capsule advantage.
So he's basically, to me, it sounds like he's saying eliminate all the fast fashion that you're buying.
Oh yes, he didn't like the.
He likes the
Yeah.
fast, but that's in the capsule wardrobe itself. Yeah, I think he adds in miscellaneous stuff for the fun of it, but the capsule is more of exclusive main things that he is invested in. So it's not, that's his idea. But he also said it can be different for everybody. That's his idea. That's what works for him. So it's a matter of, like I said, listening to it and saying, what's gonna work for me?
Mhm. Yeah.
So one of the things I did on the in-between was I started playing with the those croquis that we talked about, the body
Right.
image.
Oh, yes.
I went on My Body, which they'll print out one for you, and you can do a free one. You can't, I don't know if you can download it, but I managed to grab the screen image and put it into PowerPoint. So I did a couple of
Oh,
drawings.
look at that. That's
And I-
adorable.
What, I missed the name of this thing. What is this?
My Body is a one way
Yep.
of doing this. It's
Yeah.
that you give them your measurements and they develop what they call a croquis, which is basically an outline.
Oh, darling. You're a really good artist, Casey.
So this is basically what you get is, you know, the body,
Right.
and then you can draw on top of it. And I did traced over it.
Fun. I like the pockets on that jumper.
That's
Cute.
my jumper I did. I wanted to kind of see how it fit and then whether it matched up with, if it looks good on the croquis and it looks okay on me, then there's a match. But
Yeah.
like there might be a disconnect. So then I did this jumper that I've been having, I had an idea of just a one piece thing. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this or not. What I realized is that given what I have at the bottom here, I really don't do well with sleeveless. I need at least even a little cap sleeve to balance things out. Because you can see I look kind of tiny at the top without that sleeve, and then it balances it out a little bit. So that was
Are you not very broad in the
in the shoulders.
in the shoulders?
I actually am kind of broad. It's just where it sits on me when you do a sleeveless. It's it makes me look, because I've got, you know, the equal amount at the bottom, and then if I don't balance it out, I tend to look more pear shaped. But if I put even just a little cap sleeve on it, everything, then I don't look quite so pear shaped. So I was let me try
I'm
this.
just closing my door. I'll be
You're
right
gonna have
back.
to wear a t-shirt under that because you're gonna look too. I mean, they were talking about shoulder pads earlier. I don't know if you can see it, but these are without any shoulder pads. When I put shoulder pads in, I look like a football player, and I'm like, no shoulder pads, please. I've got the shoulders already. I don't need the pads.
I like a little bit, just a little bit to me that, you know, of shoulder pads.
Mhm.
I don't want the monster ones that were so big in style, but I think a little bit is nice because I don't.
And if you have sloping shoulders, it's great because then you start, you know, everything evens out.
Yeah,
I've
just
already
a
got
little
pretty
bit.
off shoulders, so I don't need any help. So that's what I played with. So this was a free one.
Right.
You can only do so many things with it, but it at least gave me an idea whether I thought it matched my body. And I was going to try and get my husband to take a picture of me, do that outline again, straight on instead of the angle
Okay.
early, and then compare the two. And then if this is, you know, sufficient, it's accurate enough. It did manage to capture my short waistedness. I did kind of a check on it, and it's like, yep, my waist is not where everybody else's waist is.
Do you put in an image of yourself or just your measurements?
No, this one you just do measurements, but they do things
Mhm.
like they take from the back, you know, your center back up near your neck down to your waist, and then from the front to the waist, which are from the collarbone to the waist. So they're very specific places, and it's kind of like a hard thing, like, you know, from the collarbone to your waist, from your hip bone to your waist. So it's fairly easy to get, I think, a fairly accurate. The only part that is not perhaps as accurate as we would like is the bust. You know, they do the high bust, the middle bust, and under bust. But the first time they did it, they had me a little more well endowed than I am. Like, nothing goes outside of the shoulders. I mean, it is definitely right there. So they had an adjustment for that. So I shrunk that down and it looked more accurate.
Oh, good.
So yeah, so this might
Okay.
work out. There,
So
and
it's called My Body.
yeah, my
Yeah,
body.
that's the one that the Sewing Guild did. That's
Right.
what they did with the paper dolls she did.
Yeah, so these are my paper
It's
dolls.
called My Body, and then after that, what is the? There's some
I
other
was-
name.
.com.
Mine was mybodymodel.com.
There, yes. My body model, right.
mybodymodel.com.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
My body model. .com. I thought there was some other name in here that I'm not catching, Cloaky or something.
Croquis. It's a French word.
Okay.
CROQUI.
IS, I think.
Because they don't
That's what I'm
pronounce the
thinking.
S.
Yeah.
And what is that?
You'll see it when you go to Mind Body Model. You'll see the
Oh.
word. So you won't have to worry about
Thank you.
trying to figure
Okay,
it out.
good.
My poor French
And-
memory.
What's the color platform again? What's the name of that where you can get your colors?
Oh, like to see whether what colors work good for you. That I don't. I've
I
had
was
my
gonna
colors-
order their swatches. No, it was called like My Color Chart or something like that.
I missed
don't
that
know.
one.
Yeah, I've forgotten about all that stuff because I used to
I
do that
definitely
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is
Yeah, I
that
used to
as
have
you
a big
change-
swatch.
As you change
Huh?
your color, they say your color doesn't change, but it really does,
Oh,
because my hair is lighter now because there's more white in it than it was before.
the
And so
guy that's on Master Class,
Ken Cole.
he went into colors and he said that he says he called it basically antiquated methods when you're thinking about, which a lot of us used to go by those, by your skin color and all that. He's going, it doesn't matter. I used to be told that, I think it was red, that both my mom and I thought red was just a horrible color on us. And then I brought it up some years ago about red, and I basically got told I was totally wrong by my friends. They were just like, what are you talking about? And I said, I grew up thinking I was bad with red. Well, what he's saying also, he's backing it up. All those things are old methods. He says, if you like it, it does not matter what your skin color is or your eyes or you can have your hair colored a certain way and it maybe helps you to bring, and you suddenly another color
Yep,
works great on
L'Oreal's your
you.
friend.
Or, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
What can I say?
That's the thing, is if I don't worry about, is it black? Yeah, black. I know I put black up against my skin right near my face, and that's a no-go. But that's
Doesn't do
what I
it.
do, is I just put it up. If something, I put it up against my skin. If I like how it looks,
Mhm.
then it's my color. But there's a couple of
Good.
things like
Yep.
dead white and dead black. Both those are kind of don't work so well for me. But if
Very,
it has a
yeah.
little color in it, like the white is the background and it has a print on it, I can do that. Same thing with black. If it's got color in it, I can do that. But if straight black, yeah, it doesn't look so good.
Yeah. So you kind of figure that out on your own. And he did say that a lot of people have a hard time putting color into their wardrobe. And I don't think it's that we have a hard time. I just think that there's a whole lot out there that ready to wear dyeing, having dyeing it costs them more money. So they don't necessarily do as much colors. But in fabrics, at Joann's, they get plenty of, I don't think they're having a problem with color.
Well, I think with retail,
I mean, the next,
it's safer to do black and white because everybody thinks that
Yep.
everybody can do black and white. And so that's,
Mhm.
they see it as it covers more bases. But if you get into a particular, like you thought you couldn't wear red, well, there's blue based reds and there's yellow based reds or orange, kind of more. So if it has more yellow in it, some people like that, it looks better on them. So if it has more blue in it, it looks better on other people. So, that's, one of the ways that, so now everybody says, well, I don't like red. So half the population is saying, I can't wear this. Whereas black and white, everybody thinks they can wear it. So I
yeah.
think they're covering the percentages, working the percentages
Well,
on what will sell.
As I'm saying, I don't mind colored. I'm going to do one other quick thing before I really get into my capsule, because I want a pair of leggings that are different. So this is good.
They're different. Those are great.
Mhm.
They're leggings. They're
Yeah.
going to be leggings.
Mm.
That would be fun.
Awesome.
Do you have
I
enough,
love it.
enough to do a little bit of accent for a top to go with them?
I'd have to have more than 2 yards then.
Well, even if you just, when you cut out the leggings, all the leftovers, if you can work those into little accents for a
nice,
solid
yeah.
color with their,
Not
I mean,
really. It's just
like
a little
a-
over 2 yards.
yeah, but once you cut those out, you'll have strips and things that are left over.
Yeah. So what
And
do
you-
you say? I wasn't listening. Do what with the strips or?
So pick a solid color from the leggings, and that'll be for your top, but take, some of the leftovers from the bottoms and just put little, like use some of it for either binding or do a little inset somewhere. Just to add, just to
Oh,
tie.
put it this way. You're saying on the top, do anything that's gonna add.
Just a little
a
bit of
little-
that bottom piece together.
Right, like a stripe down the arm or a cuff or a band or whatever,
Or
something.
just a little bit at the shoulder, just a stripe at the shoulder on either side, and then you're done. Yeah,
Well,
because-
I'm almost wondering, I might have more than I think because it's pretty darn wide.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
That I might be able to get 2 pieces of the leggings. I may be able to get 2 of them easily.
Yeah.
And yeah, I may have. But after that, then I really want to go I want to really kind of maybe have something else I'm sewing, but nothing serious because I want to really get into the capsule, because I get into it and then it's hard because I go out of it again when I'm doing all this. So I kind of forget, start. But Mike, that website with whatever it was called, the site that whoever told me to get into.
My body model.
No, the people that are talking
The master class.
Masterclass?
Masterclass. That one is so flippin' valuable.
Oh, it really is.
They have top. I mean, they've got the Vogue, the Vogue and person from Vogue that's in there, and I'm finding some of this stuff that from Vogue and whatnot, I'm not as interested in because she's dealing with mass.
Mhm.
And I'm not really interested in the mass. I'm more.
Doreen, don't
Yep.
forget to grab all the PDFs. Like every masterclass comes with a workbook, so grab those and save them on your computer. Because
Oh, I
then you
haven't even
can,
gotten that far. I didn't know
yeah,
that.
you can go through and make notes and everything. My favorite was Sarah Blakely's. She's the founder of Spanx. That was an awesome one. She
Okay,
has
who is
such a
that
great
again?
story.
Second
Sarah
right.
Blakely. Sarah
And what is
Blakely.
she?
She's the founder of Spanx.
Oh,
Yeah, she talks about the design and then she talks about the business end of it. It was an excellent masterclass.
so you did this and obviously you did the
Mhm.
master
Yeah.
class, and so you did work. So there's workbooks.
Mm-hmm.
I think she sold Spanx, didn't she?
I
Sold
don't
it.
think.
Yeah, I think she sold her rights to Spanx.
When?
I heard that. I don't know where, but I did hear that she had sold her interest in it.
Well,
Google that.
yeah, it could be that like a lot of people, they sell it over to Amazon and whatnot.
Because I haven't seen her a lot.
I don't know. I can't find anything about it.
I don't know. I don't know where I heard that at, but I did. So I don't know. Who knows?
I will be looking at it because I'm curious too.
Yeah. Because I think her masterclass is pretty new too.
Yeah, they had they've got one on, on persuasion and kind of selling and that
Mhm.
I thought,
Casey.
what?
Casey looks
Suzette?
like she's talking, but she's muted.
Oh, she's muted. Casey, you're muted.
She still owns the company, but they have a CEO. So that often happens when a company goes really big, the entrepreneur, it gets larger than they're good at getting things started, but once you get it really big, then you need somebody else who's good at running just
A bigger company.
bigger company. So there's a CEO, but she is still the owner and founder.
Ah,
And she has her own foundation too, so she's probably running that.
Mhm.
I find the whole thing just totally interesting.
It is. It's really, if you really want to be entertained and educated, I highly recommend.
Well, it's helping me to figure out where I want to fit in, because when you hear all this stuff, some of it, I was, like I said, some of it I was not as interested in as I thought I would be. And some of it I was more interested in. So that's the whole thing for me. I'm trying to define where I want to be.
Mhm.
Because I've never put this much time and interest in me, because I've always been working so hard and so much.
Mm,
I've never had this kind of time. So this is kind of nice for me. So
that's
that's
very
what I'm
good.
doing.
Okay, ladies. Well,
All right.
have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see
All
you
right. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay.